Welcome back to part 37 of this ongoing quest to try and win the Champions League with my South American Samba boys, Cerara from Brazil. No waffling today, we're going to get straight into some football. We've got the quarter-final of the Champions League, obviously two-legged, and it's Red Bull Salzburg. We've got the away leg first, just have a little bit of a look at what's been going on. So we haven't had a win in the Premier League since the 27th of January, and if you just have a look there, the last four Premier League games, West Ham a 1-0 loss, Arsenal 2-1 loss, Newcastle we got absolutely spanked 4-0, and at Liverpool the last game off camera was a 2-0 loss as well. So the Premier League this season has gone really pear-shaped, badly pear-shaped. We did beat Nottingham Forest 3-2 in the FA Cup quarter-final, and they were winning in that game. And in the dying minutes, about 8 minutes of time added on, I did one or two really last-minute shuffles, and we managed to get the winner 3-2. So we are through the FA Cup semi-final, but anyway, at the moment we are concentrating on the Champions League. And I did say in the last episode, it's amazing that how the game organises between European games. It's always a big club. Last time out it was Arsenal. This time it's Manchester City. However, I don't know how the game's going to play this, and this is going to be very interesting for my theory on what's happening with the game at the moment. Let's just have a quick look at what they've been doing. I mean, just look at that. That's Manchester City. They're actually fighting against relegation at the moment. So we should really spank them because we're still in the top six. Whether we will, I don't know. And the other thing that I have noticed is I've had absolutely no job offers, no offers of interviews. Manchester City are doing horrendously. Why have they not come in for me? Nobody's come in for me. All the time I've been playing Cerara, there's not one single job interview come in. Not one single one. Very strange. Okay, got a plane to catch. We're off to Salzburg, and it's the first leg of the quarter-final of the Champions League. We'll see you in the dugout. Okay, shuffling the pack again, and I'm not quite sure when you're on a run as bad as we are in the Premier League, do you just keep playing the same formation and the same tactic and hope it'll come right, or do you shuffle the pack and try and change it a little bit? But Bento in goal, back four of Barco, Hinsapi, Romero and Vanderson. We've got two deep-lying players today in Andre and Silva. It is the away game, so if we can come out of this with a point, then fine. Fernandez in the middle, and Salazar playing just behind Signorelli and Talas Magno. So we do get a highlight. Salazar floats the corner into the near post. And the keeper, not quite sure what happened there. But anyway, we're moving into the 20th minute in the game now. And we do get another highlight. So two highlights for Cerara. Barco throws the ball to Signorelli, who plays the ball back to Hinsapi. Andre, little touch ball onto Fernandez. Silva. This is very nice football. Magno there, not quite sure what happened. I mean, he doesn't score with that, which is very weird because he's got 28 goals this season. And in the two Premier League games that I've just played, very, very, very out of touch Talas Magno. A little bit weird if I'm honest. And we lose the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Okay, Salzburg get a highlight of their own, and that's a direct free kick. And as per usual, the match engine always has those. Just clip the top of the bar and over. It's you get used to it. Barco to Andre. Barco now back to Andre. Andre. I mean, our defensive midfield players, considering they're meant to, well, he's an anchor. He's meant to be anchored to that spot, and he's up near their penalty area. Very odd. Ball swung over now. Hinsapi. Hinsapi with the ball. And he plays that to Andre again. So Andre very involved, but very nearly gives the ball away there. And this is a very, very scrappy performance. We're just about clinging onto possession in most of the attacks. Barco down this left-hand side and gets the ball taken off him. Great tackle there. Barco had two men on him, pulls away. Back to Andre. Andre's involved in absolutely everything. And the shot there, and it's saved by the keeper. Okay, corner's going to be fired in by Salazar. It'd be very nice if we got a goal from a corner. We don't score many goals from corners. And if you remember, I have tweaked them now. I have 3 corner routines set up, but none of them seem to be working. Salzburg. And I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that lad's name. Barco now on the ball. Plays to Hinsapi. Plays back to Barco. Can we get the ball a bit further up the pitch, please, before we start doing this tippy-tappy stuff? Makes me very nervous. Vanderson knows where the spaces are. He's running down into that right-hand side. Although there is no space there today. And gets the ball taken off him. Very un-Vanderson-like, I would say. Because normally he finds a space, runs into it and creates something. And once again, another very, very... I mean, this is not the greatest game to put on camera, is it really? Salzburg no better than we are, giving the ball away. Romero to Silva. Silva, lovely ball over the top for Talis Magno. Every day of the week that would be a goal, and it is. And that is a beautiful finish from Talis Magno. 29th goal of the season, by the way. What a striker this lad is. Well, when the AI lets him score, he is. Like I say, the 2 games I've just played off camera, I think it was Newcastle and Liverpool, he couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. But this time a ball gets played over the top, and Talis Magno has done there what Talis Magno does and gets his 29th goal of the season. Salzburg now are going to try and mount some kind of an attack themselves just before half-time. But they are going to have to get their passing boots on, because their passing's not been great in this game either. Okay, let's see what Salzburg can do. Hopefully nothing. I mean, I'm saying they're going to need to do this, that and the other. I'd rather they didn't, to be quite honest. And the ball's played through there to Nene. Nene fires the ball into the area of the goal, but it hits the post and bounces out. And Andre there needs to be very, very careful, because he's just taken the player down from behind. Well, half-time, and we definitely are pleased with that. I don't know at the moment whether it's... I mean, virtually every game now I'm just angry with the players. I don't know whether that's causing me a problem. But this time we are pleased. Silva looking quite tired in defensive mid. I think we will go into the second half, though, with what we've got. Vanderson looking very tired as well. That may be an answer to why he gave the ball away down that right-hand side in the first half. Salazar now. We do seem to be on top in this game. We seem to be getting the lion's share of the highlights. 12 shots, 6 on target, and a healthy XG 1.23. Okay, 4 changes made. I've changed the shape slightly because Rodrigo can't play in that defensive midfielder role. So, it's bonkers, isn't it? He only has to take a few steps back, and I'm sure he can play there. But anyway, Rodrigo and Valagra come on in midfield, and Diaz and Yankuto as the wing-backs. Okay, Salzburg now, and I think we're going to see a lot of Salzburg highlights now. So Salzburg running through the middle. Lots of space here for their left-sided player to run into. Guindo now running down this left-hand side. Ball into the box. That's a header. It's in the back of the net. There's no flag. That counts. And it's back to 1-1. And that's not ideal, because I don't think Salzburg have been the greatest team in this game, but they do get the equaliser. Okay, Mastantuono has just come on the pitch for tired Fernandez. Can we see this game out? 10 minutes of the game left. But we are back with the Salzburg highlight now. I'd be surprised if we see any more highlights from Cerara now. It's that time of the game. And the tackle there from Rodrigo. And we have got a player sent off. So I don't think there's an awful lot that we can do about that. Let's just have a quick look. And we could drop Salazar a little bit, but that's about all that we can do. Big game red card, anybody? Okay, we're now down to 10 men. So can the 10 men hold out? Salzburg now hold all the cards in this game. They've got about 10 minutes of the game left. And the ball is headed over from that free kick We get away with one there. Can we hold on for a 1-1? So there's 5 minutes of time added on, and we are running out to a 1-1 draw, and I'll take that all day long. That's a better performance than I've been seeing off camera. Much, much better performance. Off camera we've been absolutely awful. So we are going to give them a pleased. They give them enough angry, so let's give them a pleased in that one. Okay, nicely set up for the second leg, which obviously is at home, so we do hopefully have the advantage there. Rodrigo, I think, will be banned for that game, but he's not a regular starter, so it shouldn't affect us too much. Okay, the little matter now of Manchester City. I'm going to go and play that off camera. In theory, you would expect me to come back and say we've beaten them 4-0, because they're in 17th place at the moment. Who knows? We'll see you very shortly. Well, our first win in the Premier League for I don't know how long, actually. You did see the league at the beginning of the episode, and a 4-2 win against City. It was touch and go for a while. Neither team played really well, and then all of a sudden somebody flicked a switch and we scored 4 goals, and we looked world beating. City were absolutely abysmal, but then all of a sudden they started turning it on and scored 2 goals. But anyway, a 4-2 win, and well, City could find themselves in the relegation bottom 3 if Fulham do the business in their next game. Anyway, less about that. We're not really bothered about Manchester City or anybody else. We're bothered about Cerara, and we have the return leg now. It's all square against Salzburg, but we are at home. We'll see you in the dugout. And another little shuffle round. So we have Bento in goal, a back four of Candido, Hinsapi, Romero and Vanderson. The 2 holding players are going to be Andre and Silva. Fernandez takes his usual spot up as the advanced playmaker. Mastantuono comes in for a game today, who, you know, you get those little messages in game about some former player is saying that he's delighted for one of your current players, or actually the former player came in and said he was very disappointed, Mastantuono. We know a former wonder kid, and I don't think he's progressed the way that I would have liked either. So anyway, Mastantuono's in there. Zalazar, who we know on his day can create and score goals. And we have the prolific Talles Magno up front. Let's hope he bangs a few in today. So we have started the game reasonably well. We've had about 3 shots. Nothing on target yet, but we do get a highlight. Candido floats the ball in the box, and that one gets headed out quite easily. Talles Magno's come very deep, but we do have 3 or 4 players there. Oh, that's a mistake. And Fernandez there, Enzo Fernandez, capitalises on a mistake. Was it their keeper who made that mistake? And it is 1-0 to Cerara. We need to have a quick look at that one again. There didn't look to be any danger there. Talles Magno coming very, very deep. Plays the ball there. Oh, it was one of their players. Tried to play it back to the keeper. Absolute suicide ball, and we are 1-0 ahead. Okay, well on top in this game now. Mastantuono is going to float this ball in, and it's to the centre of the goal there. Enzo Fernandez, like I say, this corner system seems to be really weird. Since I set up the 3, different corners, when I set it up, we were getting short corners all of the time. Now we never play a short corner. I'm not quite sure what's going on. So Salzburg, not even got off the plane yet, never mind the bus. They're absolutely shocking in this game, but there is only 1 goal in it. We do have that 2-1 lead on aggregate though. Zalazar now, and plays the ball up to Mastantuono, header there, and their keeper makes an absolutely world-class save. Little touch from Mastantuono, and Magno should have broke the net with that, but the keeper, absolutely magnificent. Mastantuono now with the corner again, left-footed. Fernandez, and he very nearly hit the television gantry there, didn't he? That was absolutely shocking. Okay, we are going to say that we're pleased. Let's have a look. I did rotate quite heavily for the City game. It was a little bit of a gamble doing that, but we did run out winners in that game. Right, I think we're going to bring Barco on for Candido. He did play against City, but he played as a right wing back. Did some really good work on that right hand side. and actually scored a goal. So he came in off the right with his left foot and put it in the top corner. Very, very nice, but very tired for today's game. Okay, let's go into the second half. Okay, no more highlights in this game. We're in the 75th minute now. 3 more changes. William Gomez has come on. He's one of the new up-and-coming young kids. So he gets a little bit of a start. Savio next to him. The very disappointing Savio, I might add. And Villagra has come on as the anchor. So it's 86 minutes on the clock. And we get a highlight. Red Bull Salzburg, who've done absolutely zero in this game. And we know what usually happens when you're playing against a team like that. They have actually had 3 shots now, nothing on target. We've taken the game to them. We've been the dominant team. But I suppose the lack of highlights maybe indicates the lack of quality. And maybe that is going to... I don't know, though. We are actually breaking now. Vanderson coming forward with the ball. Seems a bit reluctant to get any kind of... speed up there, plays the ball forward to Gomez, takes it nicely in the penalty area, loses the ball though, and a bit of inexperience there, I suppose only to be expected, but that does put Salzburg back on the counter again, and they're coming down that side, and the ball there just whiskers past the post, and this is very, very squeaky bum time now, a very narrow 2-1 lead on aggregate. Barco loops the ball over to Vanderson on the other side. Vanderson plays, he seems very reluctant at the moment to run into that space. He has run into it now, but they've not seen him. Fernandez. I think Vanderson's days, I don't say that they're numbered, but he does get injured a lot at the moment. Maybe that plays on his mind. And Savio gets what should be the winning goal. 2-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. And Savio, if he'd have done that a lot more, I think we'd have been a better team for it. I don't know whether that's what the match engine is trying to tell me, or the game is trying to tell me, that a lot of these wonder kids that are brought through have just not progressed. Savio being one of them. Mastantuono looked a great prospect, but never really has hit those heights. So maybe the whole wonder kid thing, I mean, that might be down to me. I don't know. Maybe I've not handled them correctly. But anyway, Salzburg now, it's 4 minutes of time added on, and they are going to try and get some kind of a, consolation goal. But let's hope it doesn't, because they've done nothing in this game. And the ball tried to fire that ball in, and Silva comes away. Enzo Fernandez on a yellow card. But we've only got about 3 minutes of the game to go. Lovely little ball to Vanderson. Vanderson now got 2 men on him. Releases it to Savio. Savio, is he going to have another do? Oh, and very nearly gets his second goal in the game. And that should hopefully... Oh no, we're going to get a corner. We're going to get a corner. So we're adding the tension at the end of the game. Can you feel the tension? The tension's palpable. My word. That's a big word, isn't it? Palpable. And is that going to go out? Yes, it's gone out. And that should see us into the Champions League semi-final. And it does. And we're going to give the lads a delighted. And maybe my pats on the back are beginning to reap dividends. Because they got a pat on the back at the end of the City game. They got a pat on the back at the end of the first leg. And now this is 3 pats on the back they've had. I'm going to have to rein it in a little bit. It'll be going to the heads. So I'm just having a look through here just to see if I can decipher who are the 3 teams that go into the hat with us. So it's both Milan clubs and Monaco. You know what? This is winnable. This is winnable. Depends what the match engine does on the day and whether I can keep my players fit and, free of red cards. But this is winnable. Definitely winnable. Well, it's a bit like Jekyll and Hyde this season. Things in the Premier League going horrifically. Although we are in I think it's a semi-final of the FA Cup. So the cup competitions this season, maybe we're coming a cup team. I don't know. Premier League going horribly. But we are motoring on very quietly. Let's not shout it from the rooftops. But we are motoring on very quietly in the FA Cup and more importantly in the Champions League. We're through to the semi-final now. And I feel that whatever team we get in the semi-final, I think we're capable of beating them. I really do. On our day. Well, let's see if we can do that. We'll see you in the next episode. 2 more Champions League games. We're edging closer and closer.